Hello, everyone. Today we will be discussing and debating nuisance laws. This is presented by Hailey Martin, Emma Haynes, and Calyn Taylor. Introduction. Hog production in North Carolina is a big deal for our economy, farmers, and nation. Although the production of hogs has many positives, some North Carolinians can only focus on its negatives, such as its smell, which has resulted in nuisance lawsuits. North Carolina is ranked third in the nation for hog production, with cash receipts totaling $3.1 billion annually. But what are nuisance lawsuits? A hog nuisance law allows property owners to sue hog farms for issues like unbearable odors, environmental pollution, and the impairment of their right to enjoy their own property. These laws are based on common law principles of nuisance, where one person's use of their property negatively affects a neighbor. But who do nuisance laws impact? Hog nuisance laws impact hog producers and their surrounding communities. Nuisance laws came into effect as a way to positively support those who live and or work near hog houses. However, these laws negatively impact the owners and operators of these hog farms. When there are stringent regulations on hog production, consumers often see a price increase of pork products as a result. It is time to debate. Meet North Carolina hog farmer Calyn Taylor, North Carolina community activist Emma Haynes, and serving as debate moderator, me, Hailey Martin, a North Carolina ag teacher. Question 1. Should long-standing agricultural operations be protected from nuisance lawsuits filed by residents who moved in after the farm's establishment? Calyn, if you will answer first.
I believe long-standing agricultural operations should be protected from nuisance lawsuits filed by people who choose to move in after the farm was already established. Farming isn't a new thing. It's part of our rural community and economy. When someone moves near a farm, they should understand that agriculture comes with sights, smells, and sounds that are part of daily productions. Those things aren't nuisances, they're part of feeding families. Most farmers work hard to follow environmental regulations, manage waste responsibly, and respect their neighbors. It's unfair to punish farms who have been operating for years, often generations, just because the area around them has grown or changed. If anything, we should be protecting the people who put food on our tables, not making it harder for them to do their job.
Thank you, Calyn. Emma, it is now your turn to answer.
Thank you. So the short answer for me is no. Protecting long-standing agricultural operations still does not get rid of the fact that we are harming the environment and diminishing our quality of life. From a financial standpoint, the odors, fecal matter, and flies surrounding my home are affecting my property value. According to a recent study by community organizers from the Rural Empowerment Association for Community Help and researchers from Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, swine fecal matter particles are traveling off-site and becoming a biohazard inside and outside the homes in North Carolina. A detection of pig2-BAC DNA, which is a DNA marker found only in swine fecal matter, was found and directly correlated to swine production. This is a gateway to pathogens, which can therefore affect our infants and older generations. In summary, swine production units can not only affect our ability to sell a house, but it can also affect the overall health of the citizens within our community.
Thank you, Emma. We will now move to question 2. Question 2 asks, is protecting local residents' quality of life more important than maintaining food production and affordability? Emma, if you will answer first.
All right. So this question definitely has two sides that I could go off of. As a community activist, I will always say that we need food to sustain and feed our society. If there's no food on the table, then we will not survive. Then again, environmental damages, including water pollution, is a threat to our health as humans. Living near a hog house myself, it affects my overall well-being. According to the University of Wisconsin-Madison, hog farmers regularly flush the waste in their lagoons, which contains a mix of water, pig waste, and manure-digesting bacteria that turns the water pink. Nitrogen, phosphorus, ammonia, and various pathogens seep from the unlined pits into the ground. This causes groundwater contamination. We now have a problem. If a hurricane or big storm comes, as it always does in eastern North Carolina, That groundwater will become runoff, which will then lead to our drinking water sources being contaminated. My final question to you, Calyn, is do you want your water contaminated by fecal matter?
Thank you, Emma. Calyn, it is now your turn.
Emma, I understand your concerns. No farmer wants to harm their community. We live here too, our families drink the same water and breathe the same air, but agriculture isn't the enemy. It's what puts food on the table. With the population expected to reach nearly 10 billion by 2050, farmers face growing pressure to produce more with less. The USDA estimates crop production must increase by 33 to 61% to meet global demand. Limiting production, especially livestock, would raise food prices and reduce access for everyone. You're right. You're right that runoff and waste management are serious concerns, but farmers have made major progress. Every North Carolina hog farm follows a state-approved waste management plan. According to Joe Coletti and John Tyndall of Iowa State University, about 95% of livestock odor is controlled by standard manure management. Many farms use anaerobic digestion systems, which capture methane and CO2 to create renewable energy, reducing emissions and overflow risk. No one wants contaminated drinking water, not you, not me, and not any farmer that I know. That's why we're investing in technology, management, and science-backed solutions. Agriculture isn't perfect, but farmers are adapting every day to feed a growing population while protecting the environment that we all share.
Thank you, Calyn. We will now move to question 3. Ladies, this is our final question for the debate. So, what compromises could be made between farmers and communities to avoid lawsuits altogether? Calyn, if you'll answer first.
I believe the best way to avoid lawsuits is through open communication and mutual understanding between farmers and the community. Most of the time, tension comes from misunderstanding what really happens on the farm. If neighbors could see how much time and regulation goes into waste management and environmental protection, I think there'd be more trust on both sides. One possible compromise is regular community meetings or farm tours, so residents could see firsthand how farmers handle manure, water quality, and odor control. Farmers could also work with local leaders to create a buffer zone or tree barriers. According to Iowa Select Farms, landscape designs with short trees or shrubs paired with progressively taller trees closer to buildings help reduce odors by 15%. At the end of the day, both farmers and residents want the same thing, a safe, healthy community. By focusing on transparency, new technology, and respect on both sides, we can find common ground without the need for legal battles.
Thank you, Calyn. Emma, it is now your turn.
Calyn, thank you. I feel that if both sides listened to each other, we could all live in peace and harmony. Providing a space each month to meet with each other would be beneficial to the community, as you were talking about before. In addition to this, an environmental management agreement could be put into place to reduce runoff, odors, and particles traveling off-site. In turn, the community can agree to support local agriculture and not pursue legal action as long as agreement and compliance is maintained.
Thank you, ladies. So, in conclusion, we are stronger as one. Although we have our differences, working together will strengthen our community and agriculture industry for generations to come. Disagreement can lead to deeper understanding. Progress requires both listening and compromise for more effective solutions. And finally, unity outweighs division in the end. Thank you. We hope this debate provides deeper insight to the important role of North Carolina's hog production and the challenges it faces.